Hey, good evening, good evening. This is Spirit Journey, and yes, this is a live stream, and it's about 11:40 p.m. I hope you all had a wonderful day. Today is a very unique day for me. It's a little different than usual. I started off my day very slow, even though I awakened like at 5 o'clock in the morning. I stayed in bed for a very long time, and then I went to take a shower. But when I was in the shower, I got a phone call from an unexpected caller, and I had it. I didn't want to just jump out the shower. So when I was able to return the call, I returned it. And interesting, when I had returned the person's call, the person was actually on their way to my home. And it was maybe, I think, like, a half an hour from the time I returned the person's call. They buzzed the intercom, and they were there. So it was totally unexpected. So I just assumed that they got my message and they were responding to my response to them, but that's not what happened. They didn't get my voicemail, and they were just on their way to my home anyway. So they called me, and then they also called my cell phone, and I wasn't able to respond, but they still came by, and we met, and then we later go out. But as you read in the description of this live upstream, a very, very peculiar thing happened. It's a nice day, and I didn't eat all day, but I had my water. But I know maybe getting a little dehydrated because it was really hot out there. Yes, I see we have some viewers now. Yes, hi. Welcome to the upstream. And yeah, I'm just going to discuss a phenomenon that happened to me and the person that I was with today. So we walked around a bit. It was really nice outside. And then we decided on the restaurant we want to go to. And both of us had hamburgers with I guess like barbecue chicken wings. Like they had like the skewer that went through the burger, and had these two like wings, chicken wings, pierced through it, And we shared those cheese fries, those fries that had the cheese and all these sprinklers on that. So we had that. We shared that. I just had a few of it. I didn't eat a lot of it. And then my salad, and then I was drinking water. We would talk about what was interesting today. There were a lot of conversation. I mean, it was a fun conversation. And I see with myself, like, if you kind of like relax and everything, and sometimes you have like baggage, I call it. Maybe in the past it might have been a little rift, whatever, and your defenses are up. But I just said, I'm just gonna go with the flow. And I found that the conversation was really interesting. It was, we were just chatty, and oftentimes when we were walking about, we kept, like, let's say we were supposed to go to the end of the corner and then make a left. We kept going straight because we were both so engaged in the conversation that we missed our stop. So this happened throughout our time together, and then at the restaurant we continued having the conversation, and I'm not sure exactly what happened. I have no idea. We were talking about, I see some comments. Let me see. It's hard for me to read the comments. Let me see. Yeah, okay, it's Alejandro. Yes, hi Alejandro. Alejandro, yes. And hey, okay. Jean, yes. Or Ronnie, if that's you, Ronnie, hey. Yeah, it's good to see you. Yes. Yes, that's right. Yes. My former shipmate, yes, I was in the Navy, and um, our paths bumped into each other. Yeah, it's good to see you live. Yes, it is a pleasure. It's a pleasure seeing you out there again. Yes. So yeah, what happened to me? Um, yeah. So we're having a very good conversation, and all of a sudden, we were talking about blood types. We were talking about a lot of paranormal stuff. Okay, and a lot of what was that? Yeah, we talked about a lot of different topics, but paranormal. This individual shared with me that this person who had passed away had, within that 12-month pass of their transition, they had the person had talked to him. You know, he was alone at the time, and this person spoke to him, and this person that I'm with doesn't believe in anything, you know, a skeptic of skeptics. And he's minding his own business, he's by himself, and then he heard the voice, and the voice communicated with him, and then he thought it was his imagination. He said, oh, well, this person is deceased now, so they can't be talking to me. And then the deceased person repeats what they said. It was something positive, but they repeated it, and he realized that's, you know, the person who he knows that had deceased. In today's conversation at the restaurant we decided to go to, the person was saying that it actually happened twice, two events, two separate occasions that it happened, but they don't remember the second account, and the person the person doesn't recall what was said. You know, they just don't remember, and they didn't feel that it was he was skeptical that it was the same person, you know, person that had that was deceased. So the conversation really got more interesting. I thought, I said, wow, you know, tell me more about, you know, what was happening and everything. And let's see what else happened. But yeah, we talked about, what else we talked about? I'm trying to remember. We talked about things like when we were children, you know, things that events that happened, and I was telling the person that I'm interested in investigating things, you know, that are considered paranormal or things out of the ordinary, and just investigate it, you know, what does it mean to you, you know, if any of those things might be influencing you. And the last thing we talked about blood types. A lot of some of you had seen some of my videos. I had an interview with what they call an experiencer in what they call the Secret Space program, and the 20 years and back incidences that happen to a lot of these what they call my labs. My labs stands for military abductions. This is a new genre for me. I learned about that type of topic maybe a year and a half ago. So, but I was becoming interested in the topic of the secret space program and the like, because I was questioning certain things that I experienced growing up. And so, what happened now? Oh, so I had an opportunity. I was watching a lot of YouTube videos to learn more about the subject. As you all know, on YouTube, you could find out anything, any topic you want to find out more about, you just YouTube it, and you're able to find people who have experienced certain things. So that's where I learned about this one particular YouTuber who was abducted and did what they call a 20-year and back. And he shared me his story. My interview with him is on my channel, so at any time you can always just type in the person's name. Like, you go to my channel, and in the search bar of my channel, you type in the name Tony Rodriguez. That's with the S at the end, S as in Sam, and his video will pop up. I did commentaries also on the same individual, but it's the one that's almost I think it's almost 4 hours long, the interview. Yes, this was a live video, live stream interview with this individual, Tony Rodriguez. And so in some of his videos, Tony Rodriguez and other people who are abducted, he talks about what's called, what was that? Like, the military and other alleged beings they're interested in certain genetics in people. And in particular, a lot of these, what they call super soldiers and the like, they have the same blood type. They're O negative. I'm not O negative, but a lot of them are. And so I said, hey, I know at least 2 people who are O negative. So I was just wondering, wow, did anything ever happen to them? At least that's what I was thinking. And they were just talking a little bit about O negative blood. And then all of a sudden, this thing happens to both of us, me and the person that I'm having lunch with. Like, I felt it in my head first, like something funny. It felt funny, and then boom, something triggered my heart racing. And I said to the person, I said, wow, I feel kind of funny right now. So the person, just maybe just sit back and relax. He says, I felt something like a wave hit my head or something, and I felt a little funny in my head. I said, yeah, but now I'm getting like my heart is racing. So I think the individual I was talking to didn't want to focus on that, and I don't blame them, but I'm more of a I guess my nature, I'm more, really into what my body is telling me and everything. So, but I felt really out of it. I think I started to hyperventilate a little bit. So I just leaned back on the chair and just try to calm down, because I felt almost like I was having a panic attack. I've had panic attacks in the past, and it came on just like a panic attack. Again, I had a full meal, and I was actually drinking my water at the time. So let's say if I was dehydrated, I'm drinking water and everything. So, what's up? And I was having a good time and everything, and I was cool. I wasn't overheated. As you see when I'm wearing something very, very lightweight. But the feeling, we left, because we had already paid the bill, the check, and we just small talk, finish up the conversation and finish up the water, and then we left. We were just about to leave when this phenomenon happens. So I'm doing this video because I was greatly concerned, and we walked home from the restaurant, and I said, I don't know what's going on, and the same thing was happening to you, at least in your head, and I said, I want to find out what's going on. So I went back home just to feed my pets, and then me and the person took a taxi to to the hospital. We went to the VA hospital, their ER room, and they checked me. They put a, I said, look, my heart, I was just eating. I said, no, I didn't have anything to drink. I didn't have any coffee, tea. I said, I just had plain water. So I think initially my heart was a little erratic, but again, when you travel and everything's more elevated. So they put a monitor on me, and they said everything looks good. They also took several tubes of blood and a urine sample. Because when I got there, like when you go into the ER room, they take your vitals, and then the doctor comes in. At least that's how it happened today. And I said to the doctor, I said, look, I was at a restaurant, these symptoms hit me. I didn't have any alcohol or anything with caffeine in it, but I'm just, I said that me and the person that I'm with, we had a similar event at the same time. I'm just wondering whether something was in the food, whether it was food poisoning or something in the food, or I said, hey, some people do weird things, and maybe something was put in my food. I want to find out what it is. And they would say, oh no, we can't check for things like that. And she kept saying about, like if you had food poisoning, they said we cannot check for if one has food poisoning. And I said, look, but I was really trying to say, hey, about chemicals, foreign chemicals. Because again, why would they, if they can't do anything, why did they request a blood sample? Because they can test for drugs, and that's what I wanted them to do. I said, if you could check, we have weird people in the city these days, and maybe something went in the food, some drug or whatever. But either way, they said my urine blood sample were fine, and they said it just might have been an anomaly. I said, okay. I said, I'm glad, everything is fine. So, so that's what happened to me. And I thought it was very interesting because he said the same thing about his head, because that's what it felt like an interference, like something was interfering in my head. I felt like, I said, wow, this is weird. And then he too. So I was wondering, I'm putting it out there, have you guys ever experienced anything like this? I think in the past, like, I used to pray a lot, and one time when I was just talking to the universe, what you want to call it, your higher power, or whatever what you want to call it. I'm in a good mood. I had just finished lunch, and a similar phenomena happens to me. Something like I think a little, my vision or something seemed different, and then I felt uncomfortable, and then my heart started racing, So I think I think really it was like the same thing, and I have no idea what's causing it. And some of you may have heard of this concept of targeted individuals. I'm real new with the subject, and I hear that, like on YouTube, I investigated certain topics regarding what they call the targeted individuals, and some of the studies have indicated that there are different devices, electronic devices, that they could point at people and turn it on, what they call, what do you call it? Microwave, or the electromagnetic whatever, and you can point it at the person, and it can cause certain symptoms. It can cause your heart rate to go fast or slow. They have devices that can make you feel dizzy, give you pain. Yeah, I did a video on this last month, so you could even go on my channel and not Google, type in like the word targeted individual, and you'll probably find some videos that I did on the subject, because I have diagrams. Like, I found a video that discussed it in detail and showed the science behind what some scientists use. And it was really interesting. Yeah, this was done very recent. So those of you who are interested in the topic about certain electronic devices that are used to cause symptoms in people, and you think it's your nerves or whatever, I mean, it is so bizarre what the side effects that some of these things could do. Some of them could even make you think you're hearing voices in your head. They have a device, and it has a U.S. patent on it. It's like a disc, and they talk into this disc-like thing, and they aim it at the person that they want to affect. And the sound of them talking sounds like it's inside their head. I kid you not. It's called Voice of God device, and it's something. I just learned about it a year ago, and I did a video about it. So no, I'm not hearing anything like that, thank God. But I'm wondering, like, with these magnetic waves or something, that I mean, I don't know, did someone turn on a switch or something? Were they using equipment in the restaurant and it started to affect people? It'd be interesting to find out if anybody else there had experienced a weird incident. It happened at 6 p.m. today. So tomorrow I'm going to call up the establishment and tell them what happened, and tell them I went to the doctor and everything is fine, but me and the person I was with encountered dizziness, and then heart palpitations. Something went on. The person I'm eating with says, hey, maybe talking about the paranormal, maybe that attributed to it. So we had a laugh about that. But anything's possible. Like let's say you're a young kid and you're watching those scary movies, and then you get yourself scared watching these movies, whatever. Who knows? I don't know what happened, but I felt it was serious enough what was happening to me. 'Cause see, like when we left the restaurant, I was still feeling uncomfortable, and luckily by the time we left the restaurant, it was cold outside, so the cool air kept my body, it was cold, but the air was very fresh, and it helped me keep awake, because I thought I might start to hyperventilate or even pass out. It was very, very bizarre. If I were alone, I think I would have gotten scared and have an episode there. It's very, see, when you don't know what's going on in your body, I think that's what scares people, Or let's say you're alone. Let's say you're home alone and something like that happens. You might think you're having a heart attack, So yeah, and again, as a woman, your body changes, and the hormone level changes and everything. But again, he had a similar phenomenon, so so it's one of those things. Let me see. I'm seeing the comments. I have to read it. I have to put on my glasses to read it. Let's see. Oh God, I can't even see with that on. Okay, let me move this. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't know that Jean was your middle name. Okay. Okay, Yakov. Yes, hello Yakov, if you're still there. Peace and blessings to you too. Oh, it's Cam. Okay, hello. Yes, hello, it's Cam. Oh, occasion. Oh, okay, yeah, yeah, Jean, yeah, you could check my videos. Yeah, I have a lot of, I'm developing a lot of videos that kind of discuss about um, those scientific things like that, what they call the target individual with the voice of God. And yeah, I have some fantastic videos about, you can make things about the holograms. The hologram is that it's like a 3D image and it looks real. They could also use holograms with these scientific gadgets that they have and make you see things that aren't there either. So it's really interesting. Hey, hi DJ King. Yeah, it's MK Ultra Hop and along with cell tower and all radiation frequencies. Oh. Yeah, so DJ, I'm not sure at what point you came on the live stream. I asked about a phenomenon happened to me and a person that I was with today at a restaurant. We were finishing our meal, and I was just drinking some water, and both of us, it started in the head first, something weird, and I kind of put my head down a little bit, and then, boom, my heart started racing, and I went to the hospital to get checked out. So they said everything was normal, my blood and urine is normal. So are you saying, DJ, okay, you're saying believe it or not. Let's see if I say it's going. 5 gigahertz is coming. Oh, is that? Oh, Yakov, what do you mean 5 gigahertz is coming? Could you elaborate? Yeah, it was so scary. Has what I discussed today about you just sitting down minding your own business, you're in a deep conversation with somebody or yourself, and then you just kind of feel funny, and then you have your heart is beating, you feel like you're dying, and you get checked out and everything's fine. That's frequency. Okay, that's frequency interferes with the. Oh, really? Oh, and DJ saying 100%. Is that? Wow. But I was in a restaurant, and the restaurant really didn't have that many people. And we were sitting all the way in a little corner somewhere. Something was like blocking us, like we're sitting this way, and there's like a wall. And then you have to go like past this wall, and then you'll be able to see everybody else. It was hardly anybody there, and they were just older people. So they couldn't even do it in a restaurant. I know that sounds kind of foolish of me, but really, I really need to get advice, because it's ridiculous. It's like something, like you said, it started in the head. It was no pain, but it was just something weird. Oh, and then boom, very bizarre. Yeah, I want to find if this has happened to anybody else. And it just came unexpected, because again, we were just about to leave. Oh, you're saying yes. So it can happen in a restaurant. Wow. What could I do? Let's say that something like that is the case. What do you call the frequency thing? What could I use to stop it? Because I almost forgot, when it happened, I gave a word of prayer. I said, whatever this is, as I said, I put up a shield of protection about me, about my body, soul, and spirit, for both of us, me and my friend, and that no harm would come to us, and whoever or whatever is doing this, get away. We don't want you here. That's basically what I said. then we try to keep on talking, and then it decreased a little bit. Wow, sounds like he had a psychic attack. Yeah, it was in the what do you call it? The theater district. It was the first time I went in there. It was in the theater district. It's one of those mom and pop, not mom and pop. It was like a family restaurant. Real laid back, and there's hardly anybody there. It was the first time I went in that establishment. So let's see. DJ says it happens every day to lots of people. Population control. Isn't that something? Isn't that something? They hear it happens in a restaurant. Me and the other person. Why do you think the heart palpitations happen to me and not the other person? And what would be their motive to, because we were just about to leave. Yeah, I'm just getting feedback. I like your feedback. So that's also why I'm doing this video, because I know that there are people out there who know about what they call the targeted individuals, and they have an interest about paranormal, whatever. Yeah, I'm just waiting for the responses out there. Yeah, it was. Yeah, thank goodness that he was there. I'm wondering. See people who do let's say it was a gadget. Someone deliberately doing something. What would be their motive? I haven't seen this person in months. And it's first time we went out, and I saw them last year. I don't know. It's just I just think it's very bizarre. But it's something. Just imagine though, people. Here it's like it was almost like a switch went on. Okay, I'm reading. Okay, your thing came on, says some are targeted, some are random. Okay. Yeah. So I'm wondering whether it's like, are they actually watching the people? Is it like some machine that's outside the building or from a satellite? I know I'm just speculating, and who knows. But I'm just getting your feedback, so I can to know what's going on. One thing I'll do, before I go to sleep, I'll give a word of, a prayer. I'll light some sage, what you call white sage. I think I'll anoint myself also with essential oils, and I have what you call black tourmaline. That's supposed to be good for grounding. I can also take a salt bath too. I can do that also. Yeah, believe. Yeah, I'm reading. I got your message. Believe. Some are targeted and some are random, and then you also say believe. What do you mean? Like believe that could happen? That some people are targeted, some is random? I'm not sure what you mean. Believe. I'm talking to DJ. Yeah. Yes, awful. Awful. If they do this to people, they might do this to pets. they could, unreal. Unreal. Yeah, see, I realized that this world is more than what I believe. I mean, this more than what I know. You know, watching all these people on YouTube. Again, I know not everything on YouTube is genuine, but you can learn about different topics, and then you can always do your own research. But this world is a really, it's a lot of things, paranormal, scientific studies that are happening. So, to kind of change the subject a little bit, I see now, like, I have done a video about Meghan Markle. She's the American actress that will be marrying Prince Harry of Britain. Will any of you be watching the wedding? The wedding would be on Saturday, not this Saturday, but Saturday after. So they said it'll start about 4 a.m. I think 4 a.m. New York time, you know, because they're like 7 hours ahead. And then they having a movie about them, which is on Mother's Day. That's on Sunday, this coming Sunday. I would like to see both. My curiosity is my curiosity on this subject has been since November, you know. So, let me read I got new comments. Let me see. Okay, Yakov says, let's see, smart sensor, AR, blah blah blah, EMF, meter detector, phone induction cooker, gauge meter. Oh, I guess those are the name of the devices that do those things. I'll check that out. Okay, and Jean says, very interesting topic, the paranormal. Tell me, Spiritjourney, what essential oils do you use? It is a good idea to cover yourself in prayer too. Oh yes, I'm glad you said that. The essential oils that I have, the primary one that I would use for this is what they call sage, white sage, and I'll also use some lavender oil. This lavender oil, essential oil, is supposed to promote tranquility, relaxation. Yeah, they even use it on animals too, lavender. And I make perfumes, and one of them has the lavender. I have pure lavender essential oils that I made into a perfume form. So maybe I'll put some of that on tonight as well. And maybe a candle too. A candle, like when I look at a candlelight, I should say, it has a relaxing effect on me. So I think I'll do that also. And the black tourmaline stone is it's supposed to be what they call for grounding. You know, it's a black stone, and they seem to use that for grounding. But yeah, in prayer. And for me, with what is prayer? Prayer is like a programming. Your request, you're effecting something. You are making a proclamation that you want this or that to manifest. So whether it be health, protection, things like that. So yeah, so that I'll definitely do. You know, just like when I was at the restaurant, in essence I gave a prayer. I said, you know, to my higher self, or you know, of that nature, and whatever was interfering, you know, you are blocking this conversation. Definitely that would be a prayer, and that's like a main like if something like that was to happen, to say it again, because it's like when you speak, your words have power. Words are power. words are energy, and you're speaking to that energy that is trying to interfere, you know. So definitely I'll do that. Mhm. Yeah. So yeah, so so kind of like to change the subject of that. Jean, will you be going? I mean, will you be watching the wedding, the Meghan Markle and Prince Harry wedding? That would be on the 19th. Yeah, definitely, DJ. I will be keep praying and meditating. Yes. Mhm. Yeah. So I want to watch the wedding, and I'll I'll also do I want to watch the movie, which will be on the Lifetime channel. I don't have a TV, um, but I'll see if anything is on, if they have a live stream. Like some channels, they might have an internet channel, so I'll investigate if they have it. Oh, DJ said that I'm on the right path. Yeah, I hope so, DJ. I hope I'm not. Yes, I think I am on the right path. I see that. See, if a person just sits and does nothing in life, then the enemy has them. You know, they don't expand. They just accept what happens to them. But when you start to challenge and question, when I say challenge, I don't mean physical, but when you start to ask questions to get answers, and when you're trying to think outside of the box, that's certain people don't like it. People, it's like, so let's say someone on the job, and they're going to college to better themselves. People aren't going to like it if they're going to school, if they know that they're going to school at night. So they're going to be targeted. I mean, that could happen. Not everybody, but yeah. I feel like I'm on the right track. I see that life, you're careful where you put your devices on your body. Oh, what devices on my body? I'm not sure what you mean, DJ. Yeah, I want to make sure I understand. Yeah, because the only thing what I was talking about, like, you know, putting essential oils or the crystals, not about any electronic device. Yeah. Yeah, just to make sure that I made myself, you know, clear. Yeah. Can't think. Let's see, any other topics? Trying to see. Yeah, my dogs are in bed with me. They're sleeping. This is one of them here. Yeah, they're tired. They stayed in all day, so I have to make sure I'll take them out tomorrow. Will you go out, cell phone? Okay. Oh, I understand what you're saying now. I understand, DJ, now. Yes. In fact, aluminum foil is great to use to block out signals. So they cannot tap into your phone if you wrap your cell phone with aluminum foil. So that's real inexpensive. You wrap it, because I tested it out. Because I heard that cell phones give off certain things, so you don't want it on your body. So I said, okay, let me see if, like, if it can't be sent out, if signals can't be sent out from it, it can't also come in also. So I wrapped it up with aluminum foil, and I called myself on on my house phone to see whether it received the message. And it didn't ring the phone. It didn't go through. not at all. So I thought that was interesting. So for a while, I was using an aluminum foil to wrap my cell phone at nighttime when I go to sleep, and in my purse. If I had my cell phone in my purse, because I don't want the radiation to go on my skin. So I just kept it in there. So I hope it works. Anything that's going to protect me, I want to do. Okay, I got another message here from Jean. No, we'll not be watching the wedding, but we'll pray for their well-being. Nice. Also, I work lots of hours and spend more time working, taking care of my cats and sleeping between jobs. Yes, yeah, you're a hard worker, and that's what I also admired you. You kept yourself busy, and you're really I really liked the role model. You're a good role model as a military person. I always remembered you, and yes, we may have different philosophies as it comes to faith systems, but that's okay too. See, no one is exact, in their beliefs as another person, and it's okay to have different types of belief systems. I just see what makes someone grow and mature and to be a good human being to someone else, then to have that, Yeah. Yeah. Have you met anyone else? Were you able to keep in contact with anyone else from the military? I haven't heard of anyone. No one. No. Yeah, pretty much when I left the military, I that was it. So, yeah, I hope. Yeah, I understand the ship that we were on is decommissioned a long time ago. I think over 20 years ago. Yeah, let's see. Thank you. Yeah, thank you for respecting my views. Yeah, yeah. So, yeah. So like the wedding. Oh, that's right. The wedding is, at least East Coast, is 4 a.m. So yeah, I guess some people depend upon what shift you work. So yeah. Yeah, I can't think of anything else. Yeah. The tall fellow, the one that was in our division, and I'm talking to Jean. If it's the same person, I forget his name, but if it's the same person, tell him that I say hello also. Yeah. Yeah, it was decommissioned many years. Yeah. Yeah. Tell that military buddy that I say hello. If you're still in contact with them, definitely. Yeah, I remember him. I remember remembering him very well. Yeah. Yes, that's exactly. Yeah. Yes. Yes, him. That's who I'm thinking of. Exactly, Chuck. Yeah, he was a good guy. He was a good guy. And but don't mess with him. Like the people, I think, like he was saying one time that like someone was trying to be a smarty pants with him in the department, and he didn't say it loud, but he stood his ground, and it was kind of spooky. But it's good. See, they think because you're quiet, or some guys are quiet, that you can push them around, but you can't push them around. But that's good. That's good. Yeah, tell him that I said hello. Yeah, very nice. Oh. Oh, very nice. You moved to Arizona. Interesting. Is Arizona warm? I think Arizona is warm weather. I hope it's good to you, the weather. So were you in Virginia before you moved to Arizona, or were you in another state? I know I'm saying a lot. Yes, I have to be careful when I'm talking that there is a delay. It's a couple seconds delay. Yeah, DJ. Yes, DJ. Words are powerful. Yeah, that words are energy. And they say that our bodies are energy, and this is an energy world. And if you speak to that energy, if you have the type of energy that could counteract it, even medicine's an energy. Everything is energy. It's just some people know how to use it better than others. Mhm. Yep. Yeah, I sometimes like things here in New York City, people are really getting more. Like I live in New York City, people are getting more edgy. Um, you see, I've mentioned this many times in my videos. You see people who are um, a lot of drug addict types. You have that. You have people who just start screaming and really just kind of out of it. And I talked to you about, I think it was maybe 2 weeks ago, a man who I caught a man putting his hand in my tote bag. Yeah, he was with another guy, and they both looked like druggy types. And I did use some colorful language at him. And what else? Yeah, I went to the police. The police never responded to my 911 call, and so I waited about 50 minutes. That's 50. I'm saying 50, and I had to just walk directly to the police station. I wrote a report, and so it's on record, because I don't know whether this individual has a something that he does, to other people. So if he's doing this to a lot of people, hopefully, they realize the same individual and arrest him or something. So I'm getting more messages. Let's see. Do you know the true meaning of hello? No, I don't. You can share it to us. Okay, and Jean is saying, bless your heart, I can't believe you still. Yes, yeah, Ronnie, I remember him. I may not remember the names of all the people in the shop. I remember there was a Schaefer. She was nice. And there was the younger lady who was going to, I think, be a veterinarian assistant or something like that, like work with animals. Yeah, I forget her name. And who else? Oh, the guy. Oh, I can't remember their names. And I remember Karina, Petty Officer Karina. Yeah, they probably retired. Petty Officer Karina. Because they were older than us. I think they were in the military for many, many years. So they probably retired. Yeah, I remember Chuck very well. Yeah. Yes, it was. Yeah. Yeah. Jean, how many years did you do? You did like 7 years? So while I'm waiting for the answer, I could still keep on talking. Okay, got another. Yes, I remember some of them. I was yes. Yeah. Yeah, the US military. What I liked about the US military, the Navy, I loved being overseas. I think for me, I started to feel depressed when we hit uh, back to the U.S. mainland. I loved being in the Mediterranean. I loved it. My favorite port of call was Spain. I was in Rota, Spain, and France. Those were my favorite. But I didn't care for Italy or Sicily. I hated it. Egypt was okay. Egypt was okay, but my favorite was Spain, boy. Oh, I loved it. Loved it. Oh, okay, Jean, you did 5 years. Okay. So grateful your time. I will continue to listen while I am here at work. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. So you did 5 years. Congratulations on you in your 5 years in the military. I thought you did longer. But that's fantastic though. Yeah. So I really can't think of anything else, but I feel actually better. That's also why I wanted to do. Yeah. Yeah, I love the overseas. I hated when we put it in New Jersey. It was so depressing, that port. Ooh, I hated it. I hated the New Jersey. Norfolk though, Norfolk was a pretty state. Remember, Jean, do you remember those magnolia trees? The big tree and had these big white flowers that smelled like lemons, something like that. I loved that. I really did like it. Yeah. So Ronnie, thanks again. I mean, I'm sorry, Jean. You take care and everything. Yeah, it's nice. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm reading the comments. Yes, yes. My Navy. Oh, it froze. My camera froze. Sorry, my camera froze for a moment. Yeah, I think maybe because I was standing still too long and my camcorder started reacting. I think I might get a new camcorder. This is the one I have is a cheap one, but who knows. But yeah, I actually feel better since talking to you guys on YouTube, because I still was feeling a little funny in my body, and but talking to you, I feel pretty good. I feel better. I may still take the maybe a salt bath and just really try to relax. Whatever what it is, maybe I need to cleanse my body and stuff like that. This is this is a phenomenon. If this is happening to me, what I mentioned about the restaurant and the thing happened in my head and then my heart beating really fast, this could be, as you say, could be happening to a lot of other people, and something got to stop, and maybe and to let the authorities know. I wouldn't go to the police per se, but I think I would write maybe a message to, let's say, my congressman or senator or something, and I would even write a letter to the president and let them know that this is, here I'm a military person. I served my country honorably, and then this could be happening, and I don't mess with anyone. I'm just eating a hamburger. I'm about to leave, and this happens. So, it's awful. It's awful. So yeah. So yeah, I want to thank you guys for staying up with me, and just being there for me and making me feel better, and I feel more relaxed, and I feel more connected that I'm not alone. And again, what happens to me, I share what I tell people because it could be happening to you. And the more of us who are connected with each other, you won't feel alone, and you realize it's not all in your head, and then there is something that could be messing with us, And if enough of us get together and tell this to the essential person who can do something, then something may be done, So don't do it all alone. See, when they want to keep us separate from each other, they want you quiet and isolated so they can mess with you, But when you're connected with someone, then there's power in numbers. And I think that it's necessary these days, because life is to be lived and enjoyed. So I'm going to continue speaking out, and if I speak out, others may start to speak out also, and there's power in numbers. So I thank you again for watching, and I thank all you people in the chat. There's so many of you, so I don't want to give it all by name, but you know who you are, who shared the chat today. Your chats were very, very informative, and it's really fun to read them aloud. So I really thank you for this great evening, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your evening, that you all be safe and healthy, and let me know if you have any topic requests, because some of you may want me to discuss certain things, and so you can write a comment, or what do you call it? You could write me a message. You can email me. You could go on my channel, and I have my about page, and I think I have a contact number. I meant to say like an email number. My email is what is this? Spirit of Azalea at gmail.com. So it's Spirit of Azalea at gmail.com. That is my email just for you YouTubers. Okay? Yeah. And again, you can always, write on YouTube, in the comment or message, to write a request, or if you want to share me a private note or something. So you just, it's there for you to use. So I will be going now, and I appreciate your time and you sharing with me in this spirit journey of mine. Okay, so peace and joy to you all. Bye bye.